The Great Depression hit America hard in the 1930s. With the stock market crash and widespread unemployment, families struggled to survive. Soup kitchens popped up in every major city to help feed the poor and homeless. Men would wait in line for hours just to get a small bowl of watery soup and stale bread. It was a desperate time that tested the fortitude of the American spirit.
Down on my luck. My name's Jack Turner. I lost my factory job back in '31 when the plant shut down, with a wife and 5 kids to feed. I took to the streets looking for any odd jobs I could find. Most days I got nothing. I'd spend my afternoons in the soup line hoping for a hot meal. The homeless shelter provided a coat at night. Times were tight, and I felt like a failure of a husband and father, wondering how long we could endure this hardship. Then at 32, my dear wife Betty caught pneumonia. We didn't have money for the medicine she needed. I held her hand as she slipped away, leaving me as a single dad to our kids. My heart ached with grief. I had to be strong for my children, though. I couldn't let them see me break down. From dawn to dusk, I kept looking for work. Finally, I got hired as a day laborer, hauling crates at the train yard for pennies a day. It wasn't much, but it put some food on the table, keeping our bellies full. The train yard work was backbreaking. Long hours out in the elements, loading and unloading heavy cargo. My hands were calloused and my back ached constantly. I'd get home bone-tired of 5 little ones, happy to see their daddy. The older 2 helped look after the youngsters while I worked. I made sure they got fed before I ever took a bite. Many nights I went to bed with an empty stomach, giving my portion to the kids. We lived crowded together in a dingy 2-room apartment. The landlord was kind enough to let us stay even when I was short on rent. We made do with what little we had. I salvaged scraps of fabric and metal to sell to merchants. Pennies here and dimes there helped pay for necessities. At night, all 6 of us would huddle together under a thin blanket. My kids gave me the strength to keep pushing forward. Signs of hope through it all. I tried to keep my spirits up. I had faith that better days were coming. America would rebound, jobs would return, and my kids would know prosperity again. I clung to that optimism and did what I could for my family. I vowed to never give up, no matter how hard times got. We'd get by one day at a time. When we couldn't bear the hunger pangs, we'd join the soup line. I'd chat with other gaunt and weary men, sharing stories and trading advice. We found solace in community. The scruffy volunteers doling out bowls always had smiles and kind words for us folks down on our luck. Their charity nourished our bodies and souls. After eating, I give thanks for what little sustenance we got. As long as we stayed together and didn't lose hope, I knew my kids and I would be alright. America would rise again, carrying us with it. We just had to keep trudging on.
Though challenging, the Depression ended and Jack's resiliency and faith were rewarded. America emerged stronger than ever. His children grew up and lived prosperous lives, never forgetting their humble beginnings.